Hi everyone. Thanks so much for tuning back in. This is jwhitneyart, or Jessica, as you're more than welcome to call me. And day 18 is scrape. For this one, you'll see I went pretty plain, but I actually really like how this illustration turns out. It's just someone, slicing an apple. But the sketch, this process went through several iterations. My initial idea was to show like a switchblade, but there's not a lot of context to it being just a switchblade. And I was like, well, maybe I can show it like cutting off something, but I couldn't really come up with, an idea for that because I was saying I didn't want to draw hands. Then I started to draw like a Catwoman situation, and like after a fight or something, and she was kind of all beat up, and her cat suit that was kind of already looking very mended, had been scratched, like she slid across the concrete, and the sketch just was not coming together at all. And I didn't want to make it any more complicated by putting more to the story, so I just kind of was like, what if it's just someone holding it. Oh no, actually the next concept I went through was something having to do with a skeleton, because I haven't drawn any skulls or any skeletons or anything. And if you know anything about me, I'm a very big fan of skeletons. I literally have a skull in my room. It's not a real skull. It's one that I purchased when I was studying anatomy and physiology, and I wanted to learn where all of the nerves go. So I have one, but it's not real. I also have a bunch of little skeleton figurines, and I have I collect. I have skeleton posters, and just a bunch of bones. Bones are my jam. I don't know, I'm a fan. But I drew this illustration in high school where it was a hand, or like the hand and a forearm, where you could see the bones of the hand, but it was the other way around. You could see the bones of the forearm, and the skin was still on the hand and the rest. So I wanted to kind of go in that direction, doing something where it looked like someone had lost skin, kind of coming off of the bone. I think that's called an avulsion, or a degloving, where let's not get too graphic. I didn't go with that, obviously. I'm going with someone has this really ridiculously large knife cutting a slice of an apple, and I was going to play around with color to make it seem a little bit more menacing, but I just decided to go with the black and white. When I kind of got to this point, I really liked the way that it looked, and I just wanted to push the depth of what I could get with this photo. I was also on the phone with my friend, my best friend in the world, and we're just listening to music, talking, kind of sitting on the phone, just hanging out. So I think the fun thing about that is when I look at this painting, I'm gonna remember talking to my friend. And that's one of the things I love about painting. It's like taking a photograph of a moment, because when you look at work that you've done, you remember the music you were listening to, if you're watching a show, if you were talking to friends, if you just had a certain vibe going on. I think that's really important. It's an important aspect of being an artist, is your recollection, what your artwork brings to mind for yourself. So we were listening to Beyonce and she's at work, so she works from home, but she's at work still, so we're just sitting on the phone singing old Beyonce songs to each other, catching up, looking at what's going on social media and stuff. It was great. So I'm glad that I can kind of associate this illustration with spending time with somebody that I care for. I think we should all try to, making art in isolation is one thing, and sure, you can get some really good work done, but maybe you don't always have to do it on your own. Maybe it would work best if you were on the phone with, friends and family, and, you had someone to, you know, bounce ideas off of and show your finished artwork. Because I always show my mom when I finish an illustration. I show it to my mom. And not, I mean, of course she's gonna, you know, usually she loves it, but, you know, she'll give feedback or, you know, just kind of give me a pat on the back. Being an artist doesn't mean that you have to be alone. And I think that was a really important lesson that I just kind of learned today, that I don't have to say I can only make art at midnight when the house is quiet and, you know, the kids are in bed, the dogs are asleep and all that stuff. No, I can make art at any moment. I just don't need anybody to like jump on me while I'm making art. That would be the only thing that would stop my success when I'm painting. This conversation went in a totally different direction. I didn't have much planned, but I think that's a good point to kind of, you know, bring up to close this video with, because it seems like we are pretty much at the end. And I hope you enjoy my prompt for day 18, just scraped Inktober. I really enjoy this piece. I love how it turned out. But thank you for making it to the end. Thank you for clicking on this video. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Share with a friend, share with a family member, share with your siblings. My sister sent me the grossest thing this morning and I was not happy with her about it. But, you know, siblings are great. Send it to a sibling. Thanks again, guys, and I'll talk to you next time. Okay, bye. Lift me underway until my river flowing far, coming down.